What is up, YouTube? So today is back day and I'm heading over to Powerhouse Gym now to go train. I'm pretty freaking excited because if you've watched any of the back day videos on this channel, you'll know that back day is my absolute favorite body part to train. Not only is it back day, but it's also hamstrings and a little bit of triceps as well. Um, One thing I do want to talk about in terms of my hamstrings is that they are pretty sore from last quad day. I think when I was squatting on the Smith machine, I accidentally put my feet a little too far forward. And being that my feet were a little further forward, my hamstrings were activated and doing a little bit of the pressing as well. So my hamstrings are pretty sore right now. I'm gonna feel out conventional deadlifts because that is my starting movement of the day. It's honestly half back. I honestly call it a half back workout and half hamstring workout. Um, so honestly, if my hamstrings are feeling a bit too fatigued, I'll probably just do rack pulls instead of deadlifts today, being that I'll still get that upper back benefit without really fatiguing my hamstrings too much. Um, so yeah, that's kind of like my game plan if my hamstrings are bothering me a little bit. Even if they are bothering me a little bit on deadlifts, I'm still going to try to do a few hamstring curls at the end of the workout. Again, I feel like deadlifts could be a very big way to injure yourself, being that you're going to be picking up a lot of weight. But doing some isolated curls at the end of the workout with not too heavy weight doesn't really, like, the risk factor, I guess, on getting injured is a bit lower. So I'll probably still do a bit of hamstrings there, even though they are sore. And then after that, I'll probably just do a little bit of triceps. I really have been liking and seeing a lot of benefit in training arms twice a week. I feel like giving them a dedicated day to train definitely allows for a lot of growth, but if you can target them a little bit on like your chest and back days as well, I feel like it will definitely add some benefit to growth as well. And I could definitely tell I've seen some more arm development just in the past 2 months of training them twice a week. Um, so yeah, that's basically kind of like my mindset going into the workout. If all feels right with my hamstrings, I'll definitely do some conventional deadlifts. Then after deadlifts, I'll probably move over into some sort of lat pull down movement or barbell row, one or the other, because I like to do probably a barbell row, because I like to do a pretty heavy compounds. I like to do all my compound movements pretty early on in the lift. And then after some barbell rows, I'll probably move over into some reverse grip or underhand grip lat pull downs and some cable rows to finish off the back day. I feel like doing some heavy conventional deadlifts and some heavy barbell rows will do a great job of hitting that upper back. So after those two exercises are completed and I'm about 6 to 7 sets in with upper back, I'll do the last 7 to 8 sets lower lats. And a good way for me to target my lower lats is by doing some underhand grip or reverse grip rows. I always feel the most lower lat activation when I use like a reverse grip. So yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna hit this back workout. After all the rows, I'll probably finish off with just some lat push downs, again, just to really get a nice stretch on my lats after all the heavy rows. And after that, I'll probably jump into hamstrings and triceps. So that's basically my game plan for right now. And anything could obviously change, you know. If my hamstrings are sore, I'll do some rack pulls. Or if someone's on a machine that I can't use, I'm not going to sit around and wait for them. You know, I like to, when I'm in there to do my workout. I mean, if they only got one set left, I'll definitely wait. But if they got anything longer than that, I'm not going to wait around. I feel like a big thing with bodybuilding is really maximizing that pump. And you don't want to lose it throughout the workout, you know. Like, you want to take your 1 to 2 minute rest periods and then get right back into it. You don't really want to lose the pump mid-workout. And that's honestly why I like to start with conventional deadlifts. I feel like it just gets that out of the way, and then you get all your big pump movements in after. But hope you all enjoyed the pre-workout talk, and I will see you for the voiceover in just a few seconds. Peace out, guys. What's going on, everybody? So I'm starting off my back workout with some conventional deadlifts right here. This is actually my second work set for today, which I got $4.95 for a set of 6 For my first work set, I did 545 for a top set of 2. And then as the sets went on, I decreased the weight a bit and increased the volume. And for the last set, I believe I got 315 for a set of 15, very slow and controlled. After the 3 sets of conventional deadlifts, my upper back was completely fried. So I moved over into some barbell rows, and this would be the next upper back movement of the day. After reviewing the footage from the past couple back days, I've noticed that whenever I do barbell rows, I felt like I wasn't bending forward enough, and I was almost kind of cheating out a few of the reps. I felt like I was shortening the range in motion, and in doing that, and in being that my back wasn't angled forward more, I felt like my lower lats were being targeted more than my upper back. So I tried to lean a little bit more forward today. I threw the belt on to add some support on my lower back, and I feel like leaning forward definitely did a great job of really isolating and targeting that upper back. As you could see here, I'm doing a bit of a rest pause set, being that I did as many reps as I could until failure. Rested about 10-15 seconds, just enough to get my back ready for a few more reps past failure. And this training style, rest pause sets, are a great way to go past failure on any movements that you don't really have a spot on. That way you can go past failure without just doing some partials. But after conventional deadlifts and barbell rows, my upper back was completely shot. So now I'm going into more lower lat-based movements. This neutral grip lat pull down has been one of my favorite lat-based rows. It's been one of my favorite rows to do the past couple of back days. I feel like I get a really good mind-muscle connection, and I'm able to move some pretty decent weight with some really good control. Being that my hands are in more of a neutral position rather than a straightforward position, just really adds emphasis on my lats to row the weight rather than my biceps. So if you're having trouble with a straight bar doing lat pull downs and you feel like you can't really target your lats enough, definitely give these a shot. Even if you do feel like you could target your lats a lot on straight bar pull downs, still give these a shot. It's a good little thing to switch up. I've been training for about 6 to 7 years now, consistently using that straight bar for lat pull downs, and they feel really good, and I get a really good mind muscle connection on my lats. But just switching to this the past couple of days has really escalated my soreness for my lats. I'm showing another angle here. That first set was my first work set where I went for more higher volume, where I think I got about 20 reps. And now I'm up in the weight. I think I upped the weight from 130 to 200 right here. And again, I'm just still, even though the weight's heavy, I'm still trying to add control to it. You know, you don't want to just throw around weight because you could get injured, and the mind muscle connection kind of just goes out the window when you're not controlling it. So even with the heavier weight on the last work set, I'm still trying to control the weight. And as you can see, I'm getting a spot from my friend to go past failure. You know, I feel like a lot of times on back, you should have a good balance between light training where you're really focusing on getting that stretch, but you also really want to get some controlled heavy rows in as well to really shock those fibers. So that's why I've really been liking this set scheme of starting with higher reps, just building up that mind muscle connection, and as the sets go on, to just increase the weight and decrease the volume depending on the movement. Obviously for deadlifts, I started with heavier weight and went down, but that was more of a compound movement, and these lat pull downs are more of an isolated movement. So after the neutral grip lat pull downs, I'm moving over into some reverse grip lat pull downs. This has to be my number one favorite lower lat base movement. I've seen so much lat growth in the lower lat area from this movement right here. Just the fact that you're in an underhand position just allows for more of a connection to your lower lats than if you were to do an overhand position. And honestly, this has been one of my go-tos every single back day. And honestly, I don't really like to row it completely straight down like towards my chest. I like to almost row it towards my knees, and the fact that I'm bringing it down like that just absolutely escalates the lower lat activation that I get from the movement, and it just feels awesome week after week. After those reverse grip lat pull downs, I'm moving over into some standing straight rows right here. This is a newer movement that I saw a bit on Instagram and TikTok, and I thought to myself, why not give it a shot? And honestly, it felt really nice on my lower lats as well, just due to the fact that you're standing further back than the machine allows. Just allows for the weight and the handle to be rowed lower than you would if you were sitting on the machine, and that allows for a really good lower lat squeeze. And also, being that you're farther away from it, it allows for an amazing stretch on the eccentric motion, being that you have more room to bring the weight down. And like I've said in the past, everyone focuses on the concentric motion where you're actually rowing the weight to you. And that's a really, really good thing to focus on. That's the part of the movement that everyone thinks is working. But you also have to realize that that's only 50% of a rep. The other 50% is the eccentric motion. So if you're wondering to yourself, why am I not getting bigger, and you're only focusing on the concentric motion, it's because you're only focusing on 50% of the lift. If you start focusing on both, I guarantee that your growth will be exponential compared to what you used to do. So really focus on the concentric motion as well as the eccentric motion. So after some of those rows, I'm moving over into a low machine row now. This is my last back workout of the day. And unfortunately, after this set, my phone died, so I wasn't able to get any sort of tricep workout footage or hamstring workout footage. After this, I did about 3 sets of regular tricep extensions and 3 sets of skull crushers. And then for hamstrings, I did about 5 sets of seated leg curls. So I'm sorry I didn't get any footage of that, but I will definitely get footage of it next week. I'll make sure my phone is charged. But I hope you all enjoy the video, and I'll see you tomorrow for shoulders. Peace out.